guys and welcome back to my channel. My name is Swasti. If you're new to my channel, then please do check out my other videos and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. So today's video is going to be about what my quarantine experience has been till date and how I have tried some tips and tricks that have and made the quarantine period a little more productive and bearable. Okay. So now obviously staying in your house, it feels very suffocating and it's not a great feeling. Obviously, it's not the ideal situation. You are not allowed to go out. It's a different thing when you're allowed to go out and then you're staying at home. But when you know these restrictions are there, it just feels even more difficult to do that. So for that particular reason, it is very necessary to make sure that you are feeling happy so that you are able to cope better with the situations. So I have actually already been at home for 21 days already and more 2 weeks to go. The national lockdown has just been there for 10 days, but I've been in self quarantine for 21 days already. So you can guess in the middle I was like really losing my mind, which I somehow coped up, and right now I'm at a much better position. So I thought, why not just share that with all of you, because I know soon you're gonna be reaching that stage, and it's not like it's gonna end very soon. Like, I don't think the lockdown is gonna get lifted on 15th April or anything, because of course the situation is not under control yet. So I'm actually hoping it does not get lifted, but all that later. If you're not interested in knowing what my personal experience has been, I'll put the timestamp right here, where I talk about the tips and everything, so you can just jump right there. So basically, right before this corona situation escalated in India, we had gone to Bali for a vacation, and so I returned on 12th, and since then I have not left the house. So 12th and today I'm shooting on 4th. About 20-21 days I've already been inside, and this is a really weird time. So the first 7 to even 10 days were fine. And for the first 5-7 days, I was treating it like a vacation only. So it was like summer vacations during school time where I don't have a lot of work or anything. So I was sleeping, aram se, not doing any work, just like literally just enjoy. So 5-7 days were fine. That was not an issue. But after that, the anxiety and that panicky feeling started building up. And especially after the lockdown was announced on the whole country, it became really, really tough to cope up with all that. So for the past year, I have been working from home mostly, except like one and a half month where I was going out to an office. But apart from that, all my work for the last 1 year has been from home because I took a break from studies. And during that whole time, even like almost every week or twice a week, I would go out. I would meet my friends, go out with my mom or papa anywhere, but I would step out of the house. If nothing, I would have to go and buy some grocery and everything. Kuch na kuch kaam to hota hi tha. So this has literally been the longest I've gone without going out. Also, I technically stepped out of my own house on 6th March last, because that's when we left for Bali. So us din raat ko I went around for grocery shopping or something, and since then, like, I came back home, I've not stepped out, and it was a very suffocating feeling. So the tips that I'm going to be talking about, they will also include the tips that I've picked up through my 1 year of working at home, because working from home is also quite a difficult job, and I know it will be new for a lot of you who are working from home now and are used to an office setup, because at home the productivity becomes very less if you're not used to it. That is why I thought it would be a good idea to share this with all of you. Now again, these are the things that worked out for me. It might or might not work out for you, but still there's no harm in trying these, right? So there are about 10 tips that I have. They are some of them are kind of interconnected, but yeah, roughly 10. So the first very important tip that I have is, during this quarantine period, uh, have a proper sleep schedule. By that I mean have at least 8 to 10 hours. Right now we have the luxury to sleep a little extra. We don't have to rush off anywhere. We are saving time on commute. So have a proper sleep schedule. Now again, as I say this, I'm not very good at following this myself because I sleep quite late. I sleep after 12:30 most days. Like the days I sleep by 12, that's an early day for me. And I don't wake up very early. I wake 8:30. By 9, I'm usually up. So choose your time. It really helps your energy levels and you do not feel cranky or irritated all throughout the day. You get more work done, and you feel like there's a lot more time in your hand to do stuff. The second thing is have a proper schedule or a routine, like a planned out thing. So one of the best and worst things about working from home is you have all the time in your hand and you have quite a leisure. Now I understand there are deadlines that we have to follow and everything, but still it's up to you how you work and when you work. So during this, if you do not have a proper schedule or routine, I personally, I've seen it becomes really hard to work on days when I've already pre-planned what I want to do throughout the day. On those days, my productivity is way higher than on days when I don't know what to do. Personally, I really prefer just taking my diary or my planner and writing things that I have to do and just like striking through them after I'm done. It's just so therapeutic. So that's an added bonus of having a plan. If you're someone who's not tried this, just do try it. Just make a small to-do list of the things that you have to do. These can include anything, like you can have say like abhi to all of us have to do all our household work, jhadu pocha bartan, whatever you're doing. Even if you just write those down, though, that striking off is very therapeutic. And also this really happens when you sit down and think and write down. You remember a lot of pending work that you had, and that once you remember it, you write it down, and now it's in your mind, so you get that done as well, even if it's not on deadline or something. So that would be tip number 2. Have a proper schedule, routine, or a to-do list. Anything, something written down, something concrete that you can look at and work through. The next 2 points are kind of interconnected. These are especially for people who are working from home. Don't work from your bed, okay? Just don't. If possible, if your situation allows you, if you have enough space in the house or something, have a proper workstation, workspace. If not, move away from your house. Take your work, take your laptop, books, copies, whatever. If you're a student, you're studying, just get up from that bed and move to a different place. It could be anything. It could be your siblings' bedroom, your parents' bedroom, any study room, dining table, living room, anywhere. Just move from your own room or your own bed, because the bed is a very comfortable place, of course, and we tend to fall asleep on the bed while working, which is not a great thing. So to avoid that, it is much better to have a proper workstation or a space which is your own workspace. Having a workspace or workstation really helps in the productivity, because once you shift from your own comfort zone and you go to a new place which in your mind is set as ki हाँ यहाँ पे मुझे काम करना है, I have to work here, so it really boosts your productivity, because then you're like, okay, now I'm working, so I'm working. It's basically like creating a small little office in your own house. So that was tip number 3. The next is again a tip for working from home. But even if you're not working from home, it is getting ready. Now, by getting ready, you don't have to do a full face of makeup, wear jeans. Please don't wear jeans, that's too hot. But getting ready means wearing clothes, whatever clothes you're comfortable in, but not staying in your pajamas. I'm sure all of us must have some middle way, like track pants or shorts or comfortable shorts, which are not your pajamas, not clothes you necessarily sleep in, but they are not jeans either, or uncomfortable as jeans either. Wearing that gives you a sense of ki chalo haan, it's a new day, it's a new thing. It really lifts you up when you get dressed up. Now, personally, I like to do a lot of makeup. Right now, I am shooting videos every alternate days, either for YouTube or any other work that I have. So I do the whole makeup thing and it works out. But if not, even if when I'm not in the mood for makeup, every day after my bath, I take some time out, like do my skincare properly, comb my hair, get ready, get fresh. Now, the next tip is something kind of like also a fun thing that you can do the quarantine season, but also something that makes you feel better, is taking up an online course or a class. Okay. Now, what happens in this is when you have an online class, you do have to attend that class. And once you attend that class, you feel like that you've done something new and productive in your life. So that gives a lot of boost in you. So now online classes don't have to be registered online classes always, but you can watch anything. You can watch YouTube tutorials. Like I'll tell you personally, for me, I love watching 3 types of tutorials. Number 1, There's this online photography class that whose videos I watch. I've been watching them for the past 6 months, I think. They have very fun tricks on how to capture the perfect light and all of that. I love watching them. Second thing is I obviously watch editing tutorials because I want to learn how to edit better so that obviously I can improve my YouTube. And the third tutorial I love watching, which is purely for fun, is makeup tutorials because I love makeup, but I don't know how to do a lot of like I don't know how to do good makeup. So I love watching tutorials by Shreya Jain, especially because she is just so amazing. Choose whatever you like. It does not have to necessarily be academic. It can be anything, and attend a class for it or watch some tutorials on it. So you feel like you've learned new things. You can watch cooking tutorials. You can watch anything, but it again gives you a sense कि कुछ नया किया है आज दिन में, so the day does not feel wasted. Next is picking up an old hobby or learning a new one. Now, if you're someone who now the best example for this is the best thing to do right now is learn how to cook or learn how to cook further. So that's the best thing because number one, it will help other members of your family. It will definitely give you a sense of independence. Like personally for me, cooking has always been therapeutic, of course, but also something I feel I've always thought this is a life skill that everyone should know because you never know when you have to live alone or when you're just left with no option. Like if you're living alone right now, okay, and you do not know how to cook, it would be terrible because you cannot order every day in this situation. You should not. So, of course, cooking is like a very needed life skill, and you can learn that. But apart from cooking, if you have learned, if you have earlier learned a musical instrument, you can try learn that. Try and practice that. If you're a singer, if you like singing, if you like dancing, whatever hobby gives you happiness, makes you feel happy, do that. Now, obviously, don't. I would not suggest doing like dedicating your whole day into that, but you can dedicate a good 2-3 hours into that, and it like makes you feel a lot better. The next tip is which is very important in taking care of your mental health, especially if you're someone who gets panicky very easily or has anxiety issues, or someone who gets quite claustrophobic by staying in the house all day. So this is finding an open space inside your house. Okay, I would suggest the terrace, but when if you're going to the terrace, make sure that you're taking some necessary precautions. Like number one, not going when other people of your building or complex are on the terrace. Please do not go at that time because social distancing is very important. Please. Secondly, making sure you're not touching random stuff on your terrace because anyone could be affected and you know what will happen next. But if you take care of these precautions and if you're just going and making sure you're sanitizing yourself, all that, you can try out the terrace, of course. If not, then any open space, if you have a balcony, if you have a balcony, any window you have, any space that is a little open, allows you a view of the outside, go and sit there for at least 5 minutes. Just sit there, listen to your favorite song, any nice, beautiful song. If you want, I can suggest some songs for you guys. Just go and sit there for 5 minutes. I can guarantee that it will completely change your mood. Like it will make you feel so fresh, and it's just a very beautiful feeling. Even for someone like me who's not very much into nature, but it's very beautiful. The sky is so beautiful these days. So just sit for 5 minutes, sit down, watch outside, watch the sky, listen to the birds chirp. You can sit and listen to favorite music, but just sit or walk or be in an open kind of space for at least 5 minutes in a day. You can do more than that. That's totally up to you, but at least for 5 minutes, just go and sit there. The next thing is something, again, a very, very important thing, both for your physical and your mental health, is indulging in some physical activity. Indulge in any physical activity. Dancing, exercising, stretching, yoga, Ramdev Baba's pranayam, anything, but something. It can be as little as for 10 minutes or as much as 2 hours, but depending on your own personal capability and on your own personal stamina. But do indulge in that. Number one, it will make you feel very fresh. When you're working out, you feel an adrenaline rush in your body, which produces endorphins, which make you feel lighter, which make you feel happier. which give you a lot more energy to get through the day. The next thing is taking care of yourself. Now, it is kind of related to working out, but also indulging in self care, both mentally and physically. Sure, all of us know things that make us happy and that are therapeutic to us, that make us feel calm and all of that. So do that. Indulge in those activities. Uh, anything that anything except going out, whatever gives you happiness, do that. Take care of yourself right now. Also, something very related to this is take care of the environment that you're living in. That includes decluttering your room, not keeping things crowded, keeping things neat and tidy. Now, I cannot explain how. I am personally the most messy person you will ever meet. Okay, my room is always a mess, but I really took out time and kind of deep cleaned my entire room. Like right now, if I open my wardrobe and show it to you guys, it's like completely arranged, and it's been like that for 14 days, which is a record for me. And this really helps our mental health. I really can't explain how, but it does. Last very important point is stay connected. Physically, all of us are so disconnected right now, right? But we have so many options. We literally have everything right now. So we have all the time and resources to stay virtually connected to the people we love. Even if you don't love them, they're not very close friends, this is a good time to reconnect with your old friends, because firstly, all of us are free, and secondly, it gives you a sense of belonging. You have a chance to form new relations with people, and it will definitely make you feel more a part of the society and make you feel more included, right? So these were the 10 tips that I've picked up throughout this quarantine season that have helped me feel better, cope better with this whole thing. Uh, Apart from this, I also have a video on how to take care of your mental health, which is actually relevant throughout all seasons. So I'm gonna link that up there. You can check that out. Let me know if that helps you in some way. So do try these out. Do try these tips out, and if these help you in coping up with the quarantine, then please do let me know, because it would mean a lot to me. So I'm not gonna say anything more. I've already said quite a lot. So that's it for this video. If you liked it, then please do give it a thumbs up. Drop in the comments below and let me know if these tips were helpful to you, or if you are trying, if you're doing something else apart from this to cope with the season. How are you coping with it? Tell me that, and we can talk about it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do subscribe and press the notification icon so that you know when I drop a new video. Also, do share this with everyone you know, because all of us are at home. All of us are gonna need some help in coping with this quarantine season. So, I'm sure it will be helpful to someone, at least one person. That's it. I'm going to see you very soon. Till then, please take care of yourself, stay inside your home, and have a beautiful and nice day. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay inside.